rhetoric of division. Across the globe, populist leaders have risen to power by weaponizing fear and division. Viktor Orbán in Hungary painted himself as a nationalist savior, battling corrupt elites and foreign influence while vilifying immigrants and the media. Rodrigo Duterte in the Philippines declared a brutal drug war and branded critics as enemies of the people. Jair Bolsonaro in Brazil denied COVID's danger and pushed election conspiracy theories, polarizing his nation. Donald Trump followed a strikingly similar path, draining the swamp, attacking journalists, and building walls. This is the classic authoritarian playbook. Define an enemy, divide the people, and consolidate power. Undermining democratic norms. Silvio Berlusconi blurred the line between personal wealth and public service, using his media empire to silence critics and dodge corruption charges. Recep Tayyip Erdogan reshaped Turkey's government, purged the opposition, and rewrote the constitution to centralize power. India's Narendra Modi fueled nationalist sentiments, deepening religious divisions while tightening control of media narratives. In the US, Trump repeatedly clashed with ethical standards, used public office for private gain, and questioned the legitimacy of democratic institutions, challenging long-standing democratic norms in ways that mirror these global strongmen. Legal persecution narratives. When populist leaders face legal scrutiny, they often claim to be victims of political persecution. Jacob Zuma fought corruption charges in South Africa by framing investigations as partisan attacks. Lula da Silva's legal battles in Brazil sparked nationwide protests and deep political rifts. Donald Trump followed suit, calling multiple indictments a witch hunt and portraying himself as the sole defender of the people against a corrupt system. The strategy is simple: reject accountability, rally loyalists, and use legal troubles to bolster political support. Isolationist and nationalist foreign policy. Rodrigo Duterte turned away from traditional US alliances and embraced China, defying decades of diplomatic precedent. Boris Johnson led the United Kingdom through Brexit, stoking anti-immigration sentiment and framing EU membership as a threat to national sovereignty. Donald Trump's America First doctrine echoed the same ideas, discrediting global partnerships like NATO, withdrawing from key agreements, and cozying up to authoritarian leaders while distancing longtime allies. Nationalist foreign policy often isolates nations and opens the door for authoritarian drift. Hit like if you feel this. Subscribe if you're tired of the silence, and share it before they bury it. Back to our video. Testing constitutional limits. Some leaders don't just push boundaries, they rewrite them. Vladimir Putin extended his rule in Russia through constitutional changes and repression. Peru's Alberto Fujimori carried out a self-coup in 1992, dissolving Congress under the guise of fighting corruption. In the US, Donald Trump tried to overturn the 2020 election on January 6th by pressuring officials, filing false claims, and encouraging mob action. The attempt marked one of the most dangerous tests of American democracy in modern history. American resilience, for now. America's democratic institutions bent, but didn't break. Judges, election officials, and even some Republican leaders stood firm, rejecting Trump's pressure campaign to overturn the 2020 election. Unlike countries where courts were co-opted and constitutions rewritten, the US legal system and the state governments proved resilient. But democracy is fragile, and this resilience cannot be taken for granted. The danger wasn't just in what Trump did. but in how close he came to succeeding. The global pattern. Trump's rise mirrors a global pattern of democratic backsliding. Leaders gain power by inflaming culture wars, undermining institutions, convincing followers that they alone can save the nation. The tactics are familiar, from Russia to Brazil, Turkey to India. And the results? Devastating. Trump's presidency wasn't an anomaly, it was a warning. Democracies aren't lost overnight, they erode, speech by speech, law by law, lie by lie. The real question isn't if we recognize the pattern, it's whether we'll stop it before Rome falls again. What do you think? Is America standing at the edge or already 1 foot over? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if this made you think, like the video, share it forward and subscribe for more truths they don't want told. Thank you for tuning in to No More Silence, where the truth echoes louder than the lies.